Today I'm going to be doing a video on travelling mail. Since I set up the Facebook group, I have been meaning to do a video on it. So I'm basically just going to go through what travelling mail is, how you can get involved, and I'll be showing you some of the ones I'm taking part in and some of the postcards I'm setting off. The thing I started off doing was postcards. So I would start a postcard by putting my name on it, where I'm from, the date and everything, and then I'd send it on to a pen pal and they'd do the same and send it on to another pen pal, and that would go on until the whole postcard was full, and then it would get sent back to me. Seeing as I haven't had a ton of time recently to send pen pal letters, I found that this is a quick way to still be able to send happy mail, but it's obviously a lot quicker. And as I didn't have a ton of pen pals at the time, I decided to start a Facebook group, so anyone who wants to be a part of it can come onto there and we can all exchange travelling mail together. So on the Facebook group at the moment I have two different sheets for two different types of travelling mail. The first one is this sheet, which you can download and print off and add your information on, and this is for travelling postcards. So all you have to do is find a postcard you want to send out and then find a way to attach it to the postcard. Obviously you don't want to stick it to the postcard because then there's nowhere to write on it. So I've been using paper clips. You then want to add your name to the postcard and then it's ready to send out to the next person. You can of course send it to a pen pal, but I know not everyone has pen pals, which is why I made this group. So if you're just interested in travelling mail, then you can still take part. One of the most important things about the travelling postcard is to send it in an envelope. Don't put a stamp on it and send it out like that. You do have to put it in an envelope. This is a travelling notebook. This isn't actually my one. This is one I've received from someone and I'm the first person to take part in it. So it's the same sort of thing as the postcards. You fill in your section and send it on to someone else. The only difference is obviously that you have more space to do stuff in here, so you can get a bit more creative. You could add photos, you could add doodles. So obviously because no one else has added to it, I'm going to show you my pages. But first of all I'm going to show you this, which is a little extra thing that she's added in. So she's put, you may take anything that's in here, please replace it with something for the next person to receive. So I've taken things out of there and I've popped a few things in for the next person. So yeah, this isn't something you have to do. This is just a little extra something that she's put in her travelling notebook. This is the instructions. She's actually written out my little sheet into here. Then at the top of each page she's put a number. So everyone who receives this knows how many pages and which pages they have to fill in. So there's no confusion, there's no doing too many pages or not doing enough. There wasn't anything specific she wanted to add in here, so like I do with any sort of travelling notebook, I just kind of fill in whatever comes to mind. So here I've added a mini file which has my information on the inside. So I've got my name, the date, my Instagram, where I'm from. I kind of roughly drew the UK. I then decided to add a couple of my business cards because that kind of shows what I'm doing. Down here I've added a currently section, so I've got currently watching, eating and hoping for. We then move on to these pages where I've kind of split it up, so I've got a section for the upcoming weekend. This section down here I've kind of reflected on this summer and what I want to do next summer. And then over here it's kind of like I've had a little chat. So I said thank you for letting me take part. I've explained my pages and what I used and stuff. I kind of went into how I challenged myself to just use things from my Brimbles boxes and how I think it's good to challenge yourself once in a while. And then on my last page I've added my favourite washi tape. So yeah, that's all I've done, that's all I've added. And then I'll send it on to someone else and they will fill in their pages. So yeah, that is a travelling notebook. Size wise, this is probably the biggest travelling notebook I've taken part in. The notebooks I've been using range from this sort of size to this sort of size, which this is kind of field note size. So this sheet fits in this one pretty much perfect, and if I fold it in half it fits in here pretty much perfect as well. So yeah, I didn't make them any particular size, I just made them so they fit 4 per A4 sheet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There really isn't that much to it. If you do fancy giving it a go, then come and join us on the Travelling Mail Facebook group. I will leave it linked in the description. I think there's about 100 of us at the moment, but obviously the more people there are, the more places that the Travelling Mail can go to. You can find these sheets on the Facebook group in the file section. You just have to download it and print it off. If you do have any questions, then let me know below and I will do my best to answer them. Hopefully I'll see a few more of you over on the Travelling Mail Facebook group. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video.